Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Welcome to another video. My name's Watney. I create social media content for super yachts and I fly bush planes around South Africa when I'm not sailing the seas.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a fan favorite on this channel, showcasing the crew quarters of a boat like Bella. So today I'm going to walk you around inside, but before I do, kind of a little interesting fact that I was thinking of just before starting this video. No matter what boat I've ever been on, built by the Italians, Germans, Dutch, every single boat I've ever been on, the crew cabin access area down to their area of the boat has always been on the port side of the vessel. Always. Never seen another crew access area that wasn't on the port side. Don't know why. Anyway, let's take you inside. So when you walk inside Motor Yacht Bella's crew access area, you'll find yourself in the main deck pantry area. Just to the right, access to the main salon, where of course the guests will be served, but we'll be taking a left down the stairs to the crew area. So as you come down the stairs, you'll find yourself with access to the engine control room, where the engineer does most of his work from, the engine room, and then as you make a left past all the fridges and freezers, we have the galley on this side. On this boat, the galley is pretty much considered a crew area because not many guests come down here or engage with the chef while they're cooking, but there are some boats out there that you'll find it's centered around the galley in between the main salon and other parts of the boats like the guest area. And that allows the guests sometimes to come and hang out, have a chat to the chef, see what they're making, and even sometimes have their kids come in, bake cookies with the chef, and do stuff like that while they're on their guest trips. But in this case, the galley is centered in between the engine room, where the crew mess is, and the crew hallway, and as a result, it's really more of a crew space than it is for guests. A question that I've had many times is, do guests come down and cook for themselves on board a boat? Almost never. There's a full-time chef, and I've very rarely heard of a boat where the owner or the guest will come down and physically cook for themselves, unless it's a much smaller boat, somewhere around 30 meters and below. I would say you might see the owners coming down, cooking, making smoothies in the mornings, but that's why we have pantries that are close by for little coffees and things like that. Otherwise, this area remains exclusively for the chef to prepare the meals for the guests. What goes on in this little room?
Hey, it's chilling hard, bro. It's chilling hard. About the
What's the reason everybody else is out having a good time and you're sitting here in uniform in the crew mess?
I'm on weekend watch at the moment, actually. So
Does that last the whole weekend?
it does. For me, it does. I got in a little bit of trouble, so I'm here.
Oh, okay. We won't ask too much. But what are your duties essentially while you're on watch?
So when you're on watch, you are basically in charge of the safety and security of the vessel. Around 7:30ish, make sure all of the doors are unlocked, the lights are off, put up the flag at 8 o'clock sharp, and then from there, if you're on weekend watch, you stay on the vessel within earshot of all the alarms. Check the rooms every hour or so. check outside that the lines are staying secure and make sure that, you know, the boat doesn't burn down, essentially.
Check the rooms every hour or so. Is that just for smells and like just making sure everything is as per normal?
Yep, make sure nothing caught on fire, making sure everything's just staying in its place and not getting messed up.
But you get to watch the movies as well.
You do get to watch the movies as well, yeah, it's fun on the bright side. You don't have to stand at the pass rail the whole time.
Could be worse.
It could be a lot worse.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Like with many of these things, I take privacy pretty seriously. So in this case, I'm just going to be showing you the cabin that I have been staying in, which is the chief officer's and chief stewardess's cabin. I've had it all to myself for this trip. It's just been me and my gear. So I'll just take you inside. So I've showcased 3 different crew cabins on board this YouTube channel. One was in the 34-meter San Lorenzo Italian-built boat. Definitely the smallest cabin I have ever been in, right in the bow. Now, the next one was on board Motor Yacht Bella. It's by far the biggest cabin I've ever seen. And in this case, I would say this is literally in between the two. More than enough space to get dressed and ready. Definitely not considered a small cabin on board a boat, but still just the essentials. As the crew cabins are pretty much at the waterline of the vessel, you'll always find the top cabin has the portholes, and the cabin below is a little bit more snug with some extra cupboard space. In my case, the cupboard space just wasn't quite enough. I won't lie, I got pretty lucky in this case to be able to have the cabin to myself, because I would have never been able to manage being able to keep all my gear for this trip, which was an 8 to 10 day film trip only, to be able to have all my gear in this room and still be able to have another crew member. So in this case, I got pretty lucky. Also, how cool does this thing look in the mirror? So something I've pretty much never spoken about is crew uniform, but on this boat it sort of caught my attention, and I want to show you the changes pretty much for every different type of uniform they wear, from off charter, on charter, evening wear, swimwear. There's a lot of uniform for yacht crew. In this case, I just want to show you 1 or 2 of the pieces that really caught my attention. For example, Nike shoes, super comfortable, dry pretty quickly, must have a white sole so that you don't leave marks on the side of the boat. These work really well, and I've been using them while I've been on board the boat. I'm not sure if every crew member has these or not, or for what purpose these exact ones are for, but still, Nike brand, pretty cool. Foul weather jackets are made by Port Authority, really nice fit, Bella on the side, hoodie for when it rains. Pretty impressed. Another brand of clothing that really caught my attention when I got on board, and I'm not sure when the deck crew wear these, Hurley shorts. Hurley are known for making one of the best pairs of shorts that you can buy on the market, and as a result are extremely comfortable. And as a deck crew member working wet, dry, dealing with a company that knows how to make decent board shorts, that's a winner for me. Okay, enough of this area, let's go into the bathroom. It actually might be easier to show you this area through the mirror, because that gives you an indication on the size, considering that's where the mirror is, and this is where I am at the back. So a fairly tight area equipped with a sink, a mirror to make sure you look decent, and a little bit of storage space. The shower. I think we need to go back to the 360 for this one. Into the shower. And that's... I feel ridiculous doing this. And just like that, that is the Motor Yacht Bella cabin tour. The captain's cabin is definitely the largest, with a big double bed and a desk.
Oh! Yeah. Oh! Oh! Yeah.
I'd invite you in, but I kind of draw the line in this one.
However, he will be posting it on his channel, giving you a tour of his workspace, talking about what happens in a day. And so I encourage you to go and have a look at Captain Luke's YouTube channel, which is linked down below. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to know if you could do this. A lot of people want to be yacht crew, but for them, this is just two close quarters with 2 people in a room. And for some it's perfect. For me, it's really not been an issue. Super cozy, I don't mind being at sea. A reminder that the crew cabins are at the bow of a boat. If you want to know where the crew cabins are on any boat that you look at, it's usually the small little portholes that's around the bow of the vessel, and as a result, it can get a little bit bumpy in here, and you kind of have to position yourself like this to make sure that you don't go flying. Other than that, thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe button. If you want to be a crew member, reminder to check out crewlibrary.com, link down below as well. As always, thanks for watching.
When? And then forward. And then forward.
I'm just doing it for fun. It's all for the viewing pleasure of the audience.